Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Wild Beer Company, Good George Brewing, and Burning Sky Brewery or Brewing Company. I'll get to all of it in a moment, but of course, as always on Real Ale Craft Beer, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Okay, it's a rather full bottle of beer. Look at that, it's right up to the neck there. It's this Shnoodlepip. Okay, so Shnoodlepip is brewed with pink pepper, plus barrels, plus passion fruit, plus hibiscus. Drink wildly different. It is 6.5% ABV. Head's gone very quickly. Right, but before, there you go, there's the glass of beer. Let's describe it. Let's get into the breweries later on. Let's get on with the beer. The important thing is the beer. Okay, it looks like a glass of cherryade in the aroma. In the aroma, in the look. To look at the beer, glass of cherryade. Deep amber, red, cherry looking beer. Loads of carbonation. Look at that. Let me get that nice and close up to the glass. I'm making a right mess of this. Up to the camera. There you go. Okay, aroma. Wow, pink grapefruit. Loads of pink grapefruit. I think it's been added to the beer. Or it's the hibiscus, or it's the passion fruit, or it's the, I doubt it's the barrels. Pink pepper. This is a really interesting brew, to the point where in the aroma, and please brewers, I know you're watching, don't take this the wrong way. It smells like an alcohol pop version of a beer. It smells almost cidery, because you get that alcohol aroma a little bit. You get that kind of pinch of alcohol in the aroma. And it's like pink grapefruit for me. I've had an alcohol pop before, which was pink and it was kind of grapefruity. I can't remember the name, can't remember who brewed it, who kind of brewed it in their laboratory really. But I'm going to dive into this. Seems interesting. Wow. Wow, okay. It's very fruity. It's passion fruit. Of course, it's brewed with passion fruit. But the passion fruit really is dominating a lot of the flavour in the beer. It's a little bit kind of grainy. It's Do you know, I like it, but I still can't get that kind of alcohol pop piece that's in my mind. I can't remove that piece, that alcohol pop piece that's there in my mind. It's there, it's stuck there, And it's difficult for me to say, yeah, I'm going to remove it, because let's keep on tasting. White wine, cider, passion fruit. White wine, cider, passion fruit. That is kind of what I'm getting. Excuse the background noise. It's absolutely pissing down out there. There's not a lot more I can say about this beer, to be honest. I'm struggling. A Wild Beer Co. We collaborate to learn, and I think this is what the whole kind of, it's what it's all about. You learn, you either make a great beer or you make a mistake and make a bad beer. I'm so undecided about this one, I really am. I've had some great beers, because this guy, Kelly Ryan used to work for Thornbridge. He now works for Good George Brewing in New Zealand, and when he was at Thornbridge, he brewed some amazing beers. I think he's responsible for Jaipur, I think he's responsible for the Wild Swan and the kind of New Zealand Pale Ale they brew, which is phenomenal. I don't know the other guys, Brett Ellis, and from I know, but Wild Beer Co. The Ninkasi is a great beer. I really enjoyed that. He's now living in Somerset, and Mark Tranter from Burning Sky Brewery. I've used a combination of knowledge and experiences, creating incredibly unusual and complex beer. It's unusual. It really is an unusual beer. I don't care if this review goes on for the next 20 minutes. I'm sure it won't, but I need to be sure. I need to try and take away that kind of, it's gone over there now, that alco pop feeling, taste I'm getting. I need to be sure before I kind of label it with being just like an alco pop. And it's just like an alco pop. It's nearly kind of, it's almost saison. It's almost a saison tasting beer if it had a bit of that kind of Belgium yeast in, that kind of wild yeast that they kind of use. It would be, I'd say it was a saison, but they don't. It's not. It hasn't got that yeast. It's just overly fruity. It's a really fruity bomb of a beer. And I've given this a big kind of shot. I've really tried with this beer. I've stood here for however long I've stood here, and I'm just struggling. I've tried to like it, I've tried to taste it, I've tried to experience it. On the one plus point, I think if you put a couple of ice cubes in this on a hot day in New Zealand, up next to the beach with the waves crashing to the side of me, then it would probably work. Freezing cold, ice cubes in it, it would work as a kind of an alco pop. Sorry guys, but I've got the sound of the rain in front of me, behind you. It's pissing down, and I don't want an alco pop. I want a proper beer. I want something which has been packed full of hops, or has been packed full of malt, or the yeast is coming through and it's giving me loads of yeasty kind of esters and lemony notes and whatever. But this is just giving me fruit and it's just, yeah. I've made my mind up. It's too much like an alco pop. I'm sorry guys, I've given it my all. I've tried to like it. I've tried to be fair, but unfortunately it's not for me. If you love a fruity alco poppy style beer, then go and try it. But if you don't bother. Thanks for watching me. Really, I gotta rate it. Oh, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10. At a push, I need to give it a 3, but a 3 for me is something which is really off. It's kind of diacetyl, or it's been made by St. Peter's. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 10. Thanks for watching me, Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to my daily beer reviews, and cheers.